Hello everybody, welcome back to another 20 mile 5 video. We're back on the Dutch route, the Netherlands route, Zwolle to Groningen, and we're going to be doing a full length run in the SNG3. So I've got it all set up. It literally is the master key, reverser forward, and a couple of fuses behind us. It's quite straightforward. Let's get the door shut. And I believe we are all stops as well. Bing bong. Right, Groningen Euro Park next to 40 kilometers an hour to begin with. Let's go. And I think it's all set up. So again, this is the modern train. Look, there's the old train there, the Koplopper. The Koplopper. And you know, this is the new train. So you sort of get a nice mix on basically what you want to drive. It's either the new train or the old train. Doing up the end of the platform, a bit random. Out we go though. Hopefully audio is at a good level. Let's put that up a little bit. And I think we are all stops as well, so that makes it fairly easy. Just see a stop, slow down. Cool. That's all the point work. And we're going to do this huddless as well. Why is the cab light on? Well, I said that doesn't actually really make much of a difference, but let's get that off. Yeah, we're doing this huddless as this route appears to be very easy huddless. With the safety systems, the signage. Yeah, it seems quite straightforward to do huddless. So I'd recommend it if you have this route, just get the HUD off, because the safety systems are dead easy. Driving the trains are pretty straightforward. Just get it off and see how you get on. What is the worst that could happen? Because, I mean, the ATB system doesn't allow you to speed. Like, if you go 5 kilometers an hour over, it will slow you down. So, it's quite good. So we've got 80 at the moment. So you still get a signal speed and a track speed. So sometimes the signal speed will be more than the track speed. Obviously, you've got to follow the lower speed limit. A bit like on Long Island Railroad, with the system on there. Right, with 6 coaches, so I assume we're going right to the end. But this is Europa Park. Let's go all the way down, and these markers here, I believe, are stop markers. So we're 6 coaches on. Oh, that's very much like Seafer. That sounds like a reused Seafer sound from the Talon 2, I think. Is it from the Talon 2? Sounds very similar. Yeah, this is Groningen Europa Park. Very nice train though, isn't it? I'd say it's a really nice train. Have we got the passenger lights on as well? Are the lights on? So it's hard to tell on this game. There's the PIS. As they are generally quite dim. Let's just sort of have a little look. I think we found them before, didn't we? The train lights. Oh yeah, they're here. On. There you go. Yeah, especially for Train Sim World 3 stuff, or no, Train Sim World 4 stuff. It was just so hard to tell if the interior lights were on or off. Seems a bit easier now. Right, next stop is going to be Haren in about 4 kilometers. And the acceleration on this thing is pretty good as well. There's a little 3 coach unit. Off we go. Cool. Right, let's get back in. So 80 at the moment, which was also the line speed as well. How is everybody getting on with this route now? It's been out a day. How's everybody getting along with it? Obviously, if you're watching when this video goes out, are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? Has it taken you by surprise, or is it pants? Sum it up in the comments. There's the Koplopper. So that's just a cool train. just the way the cab is on the roof. But it's not unique to the Netherlands. And there is like a Japanese cop plopper as well. Right, up to 130, although we can't actually go up until the safety. There we go. Now it's gone up, so now we can go up. So we know the track speed is 130, and we know the signal speed is now 130, so we can go up to 130. And we know when to slow down because there'll be a little S sign, which I assume maybe station. Basically, that's how I think of it. The S is for station. Might not be there. And we got yellow as well coming up. Okay. 6, so that's 60. So that's a warning for a 60, that is. There's the little S, so we're coming up to the station. It means if you're going line speed, you'll be able to. Did we just flick it into emergency? By accident, we did. No, we're right. Go slow down, right. I think we're right. Yeah, I think it's so like quick. The throttle accidentally popped it into emergency, but we're down to 60, and it hasn't come to an emergency stop either. So that's good. It's very quick. I mean, look at that. And that's in the brake, look. Little taps of it, really. But we're at the 60 limit. Which again is the 80, the signal speed at the moment. As we come into the next station stop. With, I think there was a red light there at the end, or was. Here we are. And right down the end here, I think. Let's get an external arrival shot. So I think it's down to the end anyway. Yeah, does it feel like we're in a new country? Yes, definitely. Like, this does not seem feel like we're in Germany. Feels different, which is good. Although, would it feel like Germany if we painted this train in Deutsche Bahn red? Might we then think it's Germany? Don't know. No, don't think so. Haren? That's probably not how you say it either. Cool. And after this, it is Arsen. I think it's Arsen. I watched the preview stream, and I think that's how people were trying to say it, like in the chat. That's how you say it, Arsen. It's like a strong A to it. Cool. And let's get the doors shut. And ATB's gone up to 130 now, so I think we are following something. And let's go. Let's watch it leaving again. Let's get another departure shot because it's nice. Let's go full speed as well. Full power. So you definitely do prefer the cop plopper over the SNG, but I think that's really just because the cop plopper's iconic. And it's just different, the fact we're sort of, all the way up there. This train's, it's okay. Yeah, this is the German Talent 2. No, the Dutch, but yeah, basically a Dutch Talent 2. Whereas the cop plopper's just completely different. So we've got a bit of a gap to Arsen, so still 130. And I think the 140, there's the 140 limit there starting. There's the Vectron there, which has 2 services on this route, both of them being over an hour. Actually, no, I think one's 54 minutes and one's 1 hour, 3 minutes. And then there's a couple of shunting services, well, there's 3 shunting services in the Zwolle G6, which I think are basically just shunting the stuff the Vectron brings here the G6 shunts it round. So up to 140. So it's about, what, 10 minutes to the next stop. It's quite a distance away. Two layers for this route, as we just mentioned. You need the Kinzigtal barn for the Vectron, so that would be in the Frankfurt Field route, the base one for TSW5, and then you've also got well, Reimer at Austin with the Zwolle G6, then gives you that layer. And the service we're doing now is apparently 1 hour 6 minutes, so it's quite a long old service. A full line run, which I was having a look on Google Maps. If you went the same distance the other side of Zwolle, or Zwolle, whatever it's called, it will take you to Amsterdam. So it's quite a long stretch. I saw it on Google Maps and I was like, wow, that's quite a stretch. Zwolle to 107 kilometres, so what's that, about 60-70 miles long. So quite a lengthy route, this one. And I know people have mentioned the price tag, saying should it be that high? But then you've got to think, we're getting two completely new trains from the Netherlands, a whole new country, fairly decently sized route. I mean, quite a long route. So is that worth $32.99? I suppose it's really up to you guys. There's another little Sprinter, probably one of the little services. As in terms of service variety, there's not an awful lot on here. You get like 20-minute services from Arsen up to Groningen, both I think for the Koploper and the SNG. And then there's about 17 to 20-minute services from Meppel to Zwolle, and then all of the other ones are about an hour. That's Sifa. That's a Sifa sound. That, I'm trying to think what train that's from. Is it the Talent 2? Yeah, I think it's the Sifa from the Talent 2. Which actually proves my theory. This is the Netherlands Talent 2. Let's get a cool. Yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the scenery, and of course enjoy the journey, because it's a long one. And enjoy the storks as well. There they are, birds, which is quite a neat little thing. We don't pass through Arsen, that would be great, would it? Just passing straight through it. Looking out for that S board again. Should tell us that the station's within braking distance. Hopefully all the stations have it. Windows you can open. Openable windows. Cool. And sort of nice late morning service we're on. Yeah, I thought I'd do yeah. Well, it was either rush hour in the evening or doing it sort of late morning. I thought let's do a bit late morning. That's not a bad shot actually. Let's get one like that. Hang on. Apologies if I'm a little bit quieter than usual. Probably a good thing. It was a very, very early start. 2:45 my alarm was set for today. And it's now 16:53. So, sort of half asleep. But I wanted to get in the Sprinter and get another video done for the route. Louse about for too long. Cool. And feedback, sort of, I've been looking through the Discord servers, community forums and stuff. All round seems to be good stuff for this route. I mean, there's been a few comments about the over-catenary not being completely as it should. Some of the sound, I mean, minor things I'd say. There's been nothing like, oh, this is absolute garbage, this is crap, don't get it. There's been nothing like that. You know, there's a game breaking bug, can't play, don't get it, cop bloppers, pants. Yeah, I've not seen any of that. It's been sort of, yeah, minor, you know, minor sort of points of improvement. Like just sort of that, making the wires a bit, was it making them thinner? Or making them, yeah, I can't remember. I saw a comment, someone commented on one of the videos actually. I think it was either about making the wires thinner or wider. But yeah, sort of just minor things. Which is, of course, good. And I will try and get this route downloaded on Xbox as well. So all of the videos we've done so far have been on the PS5 Pro. I'll try and get this downloaded on the Xbox potentially tomorrow, and then we'll do it on there. And I know, I think for North London line, I said we might do PS4. I still haven't got around to plugging it in yet. Well, it is plugged in, but there's like a setting I have to change before I plug it into my setup I've got now, which is a bit of a faff, so eventually I might do that. And also very easy, because it's basically 140 most of the way on this route. There's a couple of spots where it comes down to 120 in at Groningen, Zwolle, and a couple of the other little stations it pops down. But for the most part it's 140. So this probably could potentially be one of the easiest routes to do hudless, especially if you the signage as well. Like it tells you when you're coming out to the blooming stops, and like every speed has a warning board. Well, we shouldn't be too far off Arson now. This was a quick round here, isn't it? So we've got a warning for an 80 here, so this will be Arson coming up probably. Try not to pop the emergency brake on this time. It's so easy to do so. It's quite sensitive, the stick. There you go, down to 80. It's not like a quick route either. I mean, 140 kilometers an hour is about 80 miles an hour, so it's not like really quick, but it's not really slow. And we got warning for a 60 as well, similar to the German signalling here. Just times that by 10 and that's what the speed's going to be. You see that the ATP's just come down to 60. And there's the S, which is a little bit late. But that's just telling us that there's a station coming up and it's within braking distance. And we're only going 60. So yeah, that tells you when each station's coming up. And there's not many stations on this route either to learn. So, and what's it been? Groningen, Europa Park, Harem, was it Harem? Something like that, and then this one. So there's not really an awful lot to learn. There's a copied opera in there. Oh, hang on, hello, alright. Slowing down a bit more. We're going too quick there. Yeah, we got like a different set in there. I've not had that one before. I wonder what that's for. 40 maybe? Sort of learning as we go along. But in terms of the route, you know, stations and stuff, there's not really a lot to learn. As long as it's not, as long as that bell isn't going off, we're alright. Right, looking for the 6 coach marker. Yeah, this is Arson. There isn't a 6, but there is an 8, so that's the closest thing to what we can stop at. And it'll say like go down the end of the platform or something. But yeah, right. Here's the doors, and we are on time. At this rather nice station. I assume this is sort of the original canopy and stuff, and then they built this sort of huge new station entrance to liven up the station a bit. So that's just binged us, so we've now got the green, probably maybe because of the level crossing. And after this we call it Bylin? Which is in 16 kilometres. Just a bit of a way. Right, let's go. That's Coplopper laying over there. And we're up to 80. I was wondering what that other little bing it did. Because it wanted us to come down to a lower speed. I want to find out what that speed was. Line speed up to 140 again. ATB's 80 now. And that's 140. Just gonna have a little look for the ATB tutorial article again, just to see what that lower limit might have been. I assume probably like 30 or 40. We'll find that somewhere. There we go. Right, there you go. Let's get that 140. ATB pulse codes. Wait, I think it was 40. Yeah, I think it was 40. Oh, hello, yeah, there you go. As I can see, 60, 80, 130, 140, which is green. But yeah, 40 kilometres an hour maximum speed. Yeah, makes sense. So 40, 60, 80, 130, 140. But the 140 and the 140 and the 40 don't have a number. Just the colour. And the signalling on here doesn't seem too tricky either. You have a yellow, the train slows you down anyway. So it's almost easier having the safety systems on, even if you're like new to the route. It's probably actually easier, yeah, having the systems on. So there's no chance you can go through a red signal, as it will stop you before you do that. Bumping around a bit here. And you can acknowledge the dead man before it does do the audible bleep. A bit like CIFA, you can sort of see when the light comes on, acknowledge it without even going off. 138. We'll leave it at that. Let's get a flyby shot. And I bet there'll be like a speed limit or something. We'll miss. Let's get like a high flyby shot. Then we'll climb in the tree or something. Yes, we've got a little ATV board there. Hopefully there might have been a slight audio fuzz there. Just caught the cable. And again. Oh, and again. Oh, and again. Hopefully you might be able to hear that. There's the dead man going off. Cool. So was it Berlin next and then Vegan or something? How many stops have we got? Let's have a look. Berlin, Hoogeveen, Meppel and Zwolle at 12:38. So yeah, we got about 40 minutes still. So again, it's a fairly lengthy run on here. I mean, yeah, quite similar to that of the East Coast Main Line, the TSW one. Also quite flat as well. There's not really many gradients on here because it's the Netherlands, and the Netherlands is very flat. Not really a place to go if you want to go on a hill climbing holiday, or yeah, not a place you go to climb mountains. There's a good video on YouTube. I think it's Tim the not Tim. I always think his name's Tim the Time Traveller, but it's not. I know his channel is Tim something. But he did a video on sort of the highest hill in the Netherlands, and it's like Diddy. It's really small. Let's pick the speed up just a little bit. Although that 16 kilometres is probably going to come down fairly quick. I am hoping that every station does have the little S marker. I think in the article it did mention that like not all of the ones in the Netherlands have that. So hopefully the next one will. Although we are going at sort of a slow enough speed to slow down from this speed, so if the platform was just coming up, we'd probably be okay. So you can see like the there's not really a big thing, but you can see the the headlights. So the track just ahead of us, sort of loading in or whatever. Or the ballast colour. There's another SNG3 number 6 coach. And I think you could sit on the same train all day long as well. Actually, I think these just go Zwolle to Groningen and vice versa, they just go backwards and forth. Whereas the Koplopper, I think that does go out to like Rotterdam and places like that. But yeah, I think the SNG3 sort of, most of the services just sort of stay within the route. So you can go backwards and forth all day to your heart's content, which is always nice to sort of have that option. And again, scenery-wise, it probably isn't the most interesting, but it feels new. It feels different. We can tell we're not in Germany or in the UK. You know, it feels like we are somewhere new. Yeah, scenery-wise, well, I suppose like the Netherlands in general, probably it isn't probably the most. I've not been to the Netherlands, but considering it's just flat everywhere, it's probably not the most scenic place, but you know, it still looks good. Right, we have got some sort of town coming up, and there's a little S marker, so that means that we can slow down in time for the next stop. Well, I was saying that you can be flat and it can be scenic. Like Lincolnshire, that's all flat but still quite nice. Right, coming up to the next stop. And this it does look quite pretty, but again, just very flat. So looking for the 6 coach marker. Coming in nice and quick. There's the 2, 3, 4. Get quite a bit further down. There you go, the 6. Yeah, alright, dead man. Yeah, there we go. Not too sure what that V is, the flashing V. I'm still yet to figure out what that is. I'm almost thinking, because it's at stations, I'm almost thinking it's some sort of off indicator equivalent. Like telling the guard that the signal ahead is clear. Is it equivalent to that? Like a off indicator or even a banner repeater? Only a minute late, that's alright. 33.9, so that's some sort of distance board. And Hooghaven next, which is about another 10 minutes away. They're all like 10 minutes apart. And there's a bit of a gap after Mepo. Right, 14 kilometres. Let's go. And again, this is out now on all platforms. £32.99. So yeah, again, it is a little bit more money than the usual route. But then again, you are getting more than the usual route. You're getting 2 completely new trains from a completely new country, a fairly lengthy route, 107 kilometres. Yeah, I mean, you can a lot more work has gone into this route. So a bit like, you know, Just Trains routes and TSG routes. You know, a lot of work goes into them, or at least, yeah, it seems like a lot more work goes into them, so they usually get that higher price tag. So similar for this one. Again, still 140. That hasn't changed since Arson. And prior to that, it was like 140 the whole blooming way. Yeah, what's everyone's favourite train to drive on here? The SNG or the Koplopper? Surely it's got to be like 90% Koplopper. Like, does anyone prefer the SNG? Maybe because I know it's a more spacious cab. But the Koplopper's just iconic. Racing the cars, absolutely destroying them in the race. Because clearly it's a race. And ATB lets you go 5 kilometres an hour over the speed limit before it basically starts screaming at you to slow down. So don't worry too much if you do speed a little bit. You know, it's not great to speed, but it won't matter too much. Until you're 5 kilometres an hour over the limit, then it matters. On there, 2335 and 234. Is that our like train number or unit number? 2335. Yeah, that's the unit number. So those boards are now 26 already. That can't be 7 kilometres already. So I wonder what they are. Unless they are some sort of distance marker. I and that was just a really quick 7 kilometres. See another one in a minute. One on the other side. Yeah, I know a lot of a fair few of the other ambassadors, so we've got like a little group chat, we're all chatting, have sort of, it's a fair comment, you know, it is not the most exciting route. I mean, it literally has been a straight line at 140 for the last 10 minutes or so, more than that. So yeah, scenery wise and sort of, you know, it's the East Coast main line of the blooming Netherlands, and I missed that blooming board there. What was that for? There was something yellow, but I think it was okay. Yeah, we're all good. I don't know, what does everyone think? Yeah, I don't particularly mind. I don't mind either doing Cardiff City Network where I'm going 45, 50 max, and then coming to here where it's, well, 45, 50 max and stopping frequently, or something like this where we're not stopping for ages. I don't mind. Not the next station already, is it? No, not just yet. Another little line joining up here, wherever that one goes off to. What if there's any neutral sections on here as well? Question is, they've now got the Netherlands in the game. What country will they do next if they do another country? Wonder if they would ever do Poland. I know that's slightly, well, not really that random. Yeah, I wonder if they'd ever do Poland on TSW, considering SimRail sort of has that market. That sort of SimRail's expertise. That's their thing. They do the Polish stuff. I don't know, what country would you want to see next? Technically, we already have Italy in the game. Technically. On the Bernina line for about 5 kilometres into Tirano. Got France already, albeit briefly. Spain, maybe? Oh, actually, I think there's a train sim. There was when they released that big list of third-party developers. Hang on, we're coming up to the stop. Was it train sim like Romania or something like that, or train sim Czech? So I wonder if we'll get something out that way at some point. So I'm sort of, what are we in? We're on about 60% brakes at the moment. And that's brought us down quite nicely for the stop, which I assume is just round here. Yeah, here it is. Easy. Don't need to know where the station is to wait to see the S sign slow down. Like, I am not going to remember this route. Not that well. I suppose really the only thing you really need to know is what order the stations are in for sort of the faster services. Although I think the fast Koplopper services, I think it's the same calling pattern. It's Zwolle, Assen, and then Groningen. I don't think they differ too much. Here we are. It's here, ABC. Well, near enough on time. Set that to neutral as well. I like it. It's almost like a mix of. Should we have like more lights on? What ones did we have? Yeah, it's almost like a mix of German stuff and also UK stuff almost. Should we have more lights on? Is marker lights enough? I don't know. Should we have more on? Is that where are the signal lights on here? Or where's the button for that? Where was that? Yeah, normal headlights. That's set to at the moment. Right, it's Meppel next in 19 kilometres. Let's go. And we're off. Actually, tell a lie. There isn't really much UK about this. Let's get that. Well, I think the signalling is... Well, I don't know. I think that's... I was speaking to one of the Dutch DTG ambassadors, and he sort of said the signalling was almost like a double yellow, You know, it was similar to the UK signals with a bit of German sort of signals as well. Let's get that up. Oh, I wonder if those boards are. Oh no, there's no more services for Harwich Town. That gives away all stations on the board. What's it saying? What was it saying? Nothing got now. Got out of my head. Don't know. Oh yes. I wonder if the little boards, the little speed boards, are. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it must be they must be distance boards, but to Meppel, as at Meppel, the line sort of going straight up goes off, and we sort of join up. So it must be distance boards. Well, that makes it easy to know where Meppel is then. Although somewhere along here there is a 120 coming up. So you need to be on the lookout for that, whilst also getting a flyby shot. Because why not? Let's get back in. Yeah, this train is very... Yeah, this is an easier drive than Kopplopper. It's just that. Literally power, brake, easy. And the acceleration's good and the braking's good. Although saying that, they are pretty good on the Kopplopper, but on the Kopplopper you've got a separate power controller and a brake lever. But this one's really easy. So 13 kilometres to Meppel. And then from there it's down to Zwolle, and that is another full line run done of the first Netherlands route, or first Dutch route on TSW. Which I really hope this route does well. Just so we can see more Dutch stuff. And also because there is a fairly large-ish community of Dutch rail fans. So it'd be good to see more. But I suppose, yeah, it all depends on how well this route does. I mean, to be honest, I think the LGV, the French route, the LGV route was like one of the top selling routes, but we haven't seen a French route since. So this route could do really well, but then we wouldn't see any other Netherlands route for years. Never know, really. Still quite in disbelief that we don't have another French route in the game. Like, it is a bit like, it's sold well, but we haven't got another route. It's like, what? That being the LGV Mediterranean Masters St Charles to Avion, which released all the way back in December 2020, and there hasn't been a French route since then. Yeah, it's a bit surprising. still 140. It's just easy, the speed limits. They literally barely change. And when they do, there's a warning board for it, so you just know way in advance, and the ATV will sort of slow you down as well. Like, this actually could be the easiest route to do HUDless. Genuinely, could be the easiest route to do HUDless. In fact, I don't know, I reckon it is the easiest route in the game to do. Well, you have to have a little bit of knowledge. Well, it's more literally just the station names. Well, even I don't really know the station names that well. But as long as you sort of know the station, for like a fast service. I mean, if you're doing an all-stopper, doesn't matter. See the S sign, start slowing down. I mean, that probably is the only thing you sort of need to have. You need to know is just the station names. In case you're doing an express service and you miss out a couple of stops, stop, and then it's Like this year's 140 the whole way. Every blooming station has one of those S signs to say start slowing down from line speed. It's brilliant. And it's a blooming straight line the whole way as well. Well, I was saying that signals, we haven't really... we haven't had any... Well, we have had some cautionary signals, but we haven't had like red yet, where there's another train ahead and we literally can't go. Well, I don't think it's like a really busy route where you're going to get loads of yellows and reds. And I think they are fairly... I mean, if you've got the ATV on it, it literally won't let you pass a red signal. So... You've actually got a tiny bit of a hill here as well. What is going on? Must be near the border or something. Well, it can't be too far to Meppel. Which, yeah, we'll be joining up like another main line. No idea where the other main line goes, but that's what we join up with. So it should be on the approach relatively soon, considering we are due into Zwolle at 38 past, and that's about 16-17 minutes from Meppel. So, and we're about a minute late we were, so yeah, we won't be too far off that. Although will we get an S board for it though? As we're sort of joining up with the other line beforehand. I assume we will. We shall see. Nice. Yeah, alright, Seafer. No, not Seafer, Dead Man. That's what it's called. Or Dodman. And we got a warning for an 80, so we're coming up to the next stop. There you go, that's buzzed. So we're braking at the moment. If you don't start braking, you hear that like drilling sound. There you go. So we're now at 80. So we're coming up to the next stop. Other line. Hang on. Pretty certain there's another line which joins up here. Yeah, there it is over there. So we got a yellow here, so I wonder if that will bring us down even more then to say, oh there you go, it's gone green now. Maybe there is something ahead. Press the Dobman. And here's Meppel. And after this is Zwolle, and that's then a full route. Yeah, certainly happy for the Dutch community. They finally got a route officially. So I think there's a couple of Dutch routes on Train Sim Classic by Chris Trains, which I think they're freeware, but then like the trains are payware, but they're not like official in the game. Not officially licensed. Here we are, this is Meppel. Cool. Oh yeah, we're about a minute behind still. It's still good that we're maintaining the delay. 12:30 as well. There's the toilet, which you can't go in. Let in. Not let in. I assume that's probably, is that some sort of T key? What's that? It's probably some staff thing. There's the button to open and close there. Right, let's get the door shut. Yeah, almost to our final stop. Zwolle in 22 kilometres. So sort of another big gap to finish it off. I'm just looking because it's still light outside, which is nice. It's 5:30 as of recording this, and I'm just like, I'm eyeing up. It's just like, oh, should I go to the shop? Because there's a shop not too far. Fill myself with some bad food, or don't eat and be a bit healthier. I don't know. Go to the shop and get some lovely cheesecake and eclairs and crap, basically, which will be nice. I'm sort of craving one of those chocolate super sundaes, which Tesco do. So I want one of those. One of those zoo cheesecakes, those like posh cheesecakes, which are like £4 for like 2, but they're like cheap at the moment. And I think on this stretch there actually is a bit of a, I think the speed actually comes down to 120 somewhere along here. Whereas literally everywhere else it's 140, apart from coming into the stations where it drops down. Again, a very, very easy route to do HUDless. It probably is actually easier doing it HUDless than having the HUD on. And the safety systems are sort of a must on this route as well. If you've got them on, you won't pass a red signal. And they're not difficult either. It comes down on there, it usually times that number by 10, so 6, 60, 8, 80, 13, 130. And then the green, which we're now, is 140, and if it's the left of the 6, that's 40. That's really all you need to know. And if you're not braking for it, it will slam the brakes on and make a loud drilling sound. bi-directional on here as well. So I think the whole route's bi-directional actually. Maybe it's just no. Yeah, I think the whole route's bi-directional. Seems like it. Got the only properly built up bit outside of the stations. Again, a very rural route this one. Yeah, warning for a 120. There's the warning, so we'll put the brakes on to slow down. ATB comes down to 130 as the ATB can't go to 120. So this is where you've got to follow the lower speed limit. So the track speed is going to be 120, so we go 120. And then it starts there. There's a cop blopper. What if you get a triple cop blopper? 9 coach. Back up to 140 after. But I don't think the speed then drops again really until we're coming up to Zwolle. Or Zwolle, however you say it. Should go up to 140 I suppose in a minute again. Although we'll know when it has because the ATB will shoot up. Gives it away. Is it going up now? No, not just yet. That's got a 90 kilometre board on it. So I wonder, is that what 90 kilometres to Amsterdam? I don't know. Where's it 90 kilometres to? Yeah, 140. So you'll see that flash up to green. There you go, 140. And the dead man goes off. You just acknowledge that with one click of circle on PlayStation. Although really, you don't have to have the dead man on. That's, well, yeah. Well, obviously if you want to be realistic, have it on. But I'd definitely say 80. Even if you're new to the game, stick the ATB system on, because it will genuinely help out. And it's not really that cruel either, it's quite pleasant, it seems. Cool. Nice on the windmills, wind turbines. I mean, there's really a route where you get that close to them. So right there. Huge things, although I don't think you can hear them in the game. Apparently in real life they're quite noisy. Like on City Skylines when you want to put a wind turbine down, it's like got the noise pollution circle around it. And not the only time something actually goes over us. So we'll do that 38, about what, a minute late, so we'll say probably do there about 40. Yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying the route though, and that's, of course hopefully the Dutch players are enjoying it as well. Again, I do generally feel quite happy for Dutch players, because it's so long to have a route in Trainsim World. And yeah, it's quite a big contingent as well. There's a fair few of them. And yeah, I know there's a fair few Dutch viewers of the channel. It's like one of the biggest audiences. In fact, let's have a look actually. Have a look at my YouTube statistics. Let's have a look to see how many Dutch viewers we have. I think it was a fair. Oh, once upon a time it was a fair few. I've checked in a while. Audience. Let's see. Yeah, Netherlands. 2.2% of our audience is from the Netherlands. 56% UK, of course. United States 9.9%. That used to be higher, I think. Germany 2.5%, Australia 2.3%, and the Netherlands 2.2%. So you're in the top 5 of viewers for the channel. So for those 2.2%, I am happy for you. Sort of the interesting thing is when you look at the age of the viewers, because YouTube, the analytics goes through literally everything, and it's just spread out. Like it is between 18 and 34 years of age. There's only a 0.01% difference. So every age is into simulation stuff, which is great. No, not too far, and we shall be there. Very quick transitions between sort of being in the town to being in the city to being in the countryside. That's what's a bit like in the UK. You know, you'll leave London, massive city, and within like 5 minutes you're at the blooming countryside. Well, maybe not quite 5 minutes, but it's got that quick transition between sort of urban and rural, sort of Groningen and Zwolle. Quickish. Turning right in now. That's to come into Zwolle, we sort of like turn. Hang on, let me try and do it. That way. No, the opposite way. But yeah, we sort of curl into it. And yeah, this is the slowest service you can do on the route. All stops, and it's still quite quick. It's not like we're being bombarded with stops every like 2 kilometres for the full 107 kilometres. They're all quite spaced out. Signs of life over there. Start seeing warning boards soon for the speed coming down. So we should, well, if we were on time, we're doing there in 2 minutes, but we're probably not on time. We're probably still about a minute or two late. Cool. That's solar farm. Solar farm there on the pylons. Another line joining up there. Warning for a 100. So you'll probably see the ATV come down here to 130 as it can't go to 100, but we know it's coming to 100 because we've seen the warning board, which I think every speed limit has. So there you go, 100. So one of the annoying systems is the Austrian one. It's like similar to the German system, fairly similar, but like not all speed limits have warning boards. Whereas in Germany, I think like 99% do. Like we have come across a couple where there's no warning board for like a speed limit in Germany, but 99% of them do. Whereas in Austria, it's like hit and miss. Some are, some aren't. So that is 60. Literally 6 times 10, that's that, 60. So the ATB will come down to 60. Okay, we don't need to acknowledge anything either. There you go, 60. So single yellow, so I would assume we will have a red light coming up. Or, you know, at some point on here. And we got a 40. Really dropping down. Don't know if we maybe come into some sort of terminating platform. Oh no, 80. Oh no, hang on, no, there's 40 there. So the ATB's now just gone to the sort of yellow colour, orange colour, yellow colour. Yeah, that's 40. There you go, that is a full run. And we're at the other end at Zwolle. One thing I haven't seen, any sparks on the pantograph. I haven't seen any yet. And we've had sort of a fair few external shots. I'm sure they are, I think, mate. It's a little bit weird if they weren't. So that's our signal there. I think that's our signal there, I hope it is. Cool. A few cop bloppers in there. But they're not like grand stations. Groningen's a fairly sort of, well, medium. So, well, it's a big station, but not a grand station. The same with Zwolle. Not really a grand station. A bit like on the Linker Rheinstrecke Mahn station, that's not really like a grand station, it's sort of a big-ish station. It's not quite Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof. Oh, there is buffers there. So I wonder sort of how long the turnaround time is, if you wanted to sit on this all day. Going backwards and forth between Zwolle and Groningen. Now I'm looking forward to the next videos, and the next one will be in the cop blopper again. There's not too much of a nose on here. Here we are, this is this place, Zwolle. And this goes at 52, so you get about 10 minutes. It could be worse. But yeah, oh my god, the case is near the PC. That is going to be everybody for today's video on the new Dutch route. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store in the description. There's also our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure board. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.